JWST recently got images of something called the Exposed Cranium Nebula. This nebula is really far away from us, about 5,000 light years away. But it's called the Exposed Cranium Nebula because it looks like a brain inside of a skull. But what it really is the outer layers of a dying star. And also, if you need a quick refresher on what a planetary nebula is, when a star runs out of fuel and it can no longer support its own weight, it swells up, becomes unstable, and blows its outer layers into space. That expanding shell of gas, lit up by the hot core left behind, is known as a planetary nebula. But anyways, back to the story. JWST was able to spot this nebula using infrared light. We can't see infrared, we only see visible light. But infrared light can pass through all that dust in space, and this allows JWST to see details and capture images that the older telescopes can't. And using infrared, JWST saw hotter gas was clumped towards the center, meaning it was probably expelled more recently. And it saw a colder outer shell, meaning that material blew off earlier and had time to cool down. And scientists can use this info, comparing hot and cool layers, to see how the star lost its mass over time. Another neat thing about this nebula was that there's a dark line splitting it into two halves. This structure probably tells us that it shot out streams of gas in specific directions rather than just diffusing gently in a sphere. When material comes out unevenly like this is what causes that lobe formation rather than something neat and circular. So the assumption here is that the star's final stages were active and dynamic, not calm. Or maybe rotation or magnetic forces may have influenced how the gas was expelled. At the center, the star itself is still being studied. It may resemble a rare type of star known as a Wolf-Rayet star, a star that has lost its outer hydrogen layer and exposing deeper layers where heavier elements like carbon and oxygen are still being fused. Whether it's truly that type or just behaving similarly is still uncertain. What we do know is that the star will eventually shrink into a white dwarf, a small, dense leftover core. Meanwhile, the gas it expelled contains heavier elements that will mix into space. Those elements are the same building blocks that form planets and life. So even though this is the end of one star, it's also the part of an ongoing cycle that makes new stars and worlds possible. Thanks for watching.